So Prabhudas Lilladher has their mid-cap and small-cap conference that kicks off today, and they have about more than 30 small-cap and mid-cap companies that will be participating. So joining us from the sidelines is Dilip Bhat, the joint MD of Prabhudas Lilladher, and Rahul Jain, Senior Vice President and Head of Sales, Institutional Equities. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us this morning. Dilip, I'm going to start off with you and straight on to the mid-cap stocks that you guys are bullish on. Britannia is the first stock on your list. A couple of these companies are trading at very steep valuations. Britannia is at 40 times. Would that not make you uncomfortable?
Well, I think in a way, if you see the kind of sustainable growth that Britannia has been showing and the kind of ROEs and the kind of free cash that the company has been throwing, it is small wonder that this company continues to get a premium valuation, and over next couple of years too, we expect that this kind of growth will continue and this kind of free cash generation will continue. So I think, yes, it is expensive, but I think quality always is a little more expensive than the rest of the pack. So I think in that sense, Britannia still continues to be one of our favorite stocks.
Okay, well, your conference has a nice, handy representation of the entire spectrum of mid-cap guys. Dilip, Ahluwalia Contracts, that stock has been fired up in recent days. Century Plyboards is what, 500%, 600% rally this year. And then you've got Kolte Patil, you've got Jyoti Structures, IVRCL, Wellspun, again, another one of those big multi-baggers, Indocount, and I mean a whole host of participating companies. Tell us, what are your multi-baggers, if any, in the mid-cap space here on?
Well, I think, Lata, that is what the purpose of this conference is, to identify the next set of winners. You know, that is what our theme is. Because just to tell you that despite the fact that the markets have gone up so much and broadly also, but yet if you see the gap between the frontline stocks and the other stocks have only widened in the last 4 months. So that's why I think there's a need to identify some of these winners. So I think it will be a little too premature to jump the gun, but I think Century Ply certainly looks one of the stocks which is headed for very good times. I think Jindal Saw is also another company which can really go places. Everready or maybe something like a Kolte Patil. I think these are some of the few stocks to name. I'm not excluding the others. As what we said, we are in the process of identifying the winners.
Okay. Rahul, come in on a couple of stocks that you guys have picked up, or rather are your top mid-cap picks. You have Federal Bank from the banking space. Is it only restricted to Federal Bank, or do you like some other mid-cap companies, banks as well?
No, of course, Federal Bank has been a top pick for quite some time now, and we believe in times going ahead, the banks, Federal Bank typically will perform quite well on the kind of asset quality. The asset quality could improve for the bank, and hopefully they are planning to go more aggressive. And in terms of valuation also, I would feel Federal Bank is a much better placed bank with strong corporate governance, management bandwidth being quite strong. We feel Federal Bank really could do well. Apart from that, what we have done is, as Dilip was mentioning in our mid-caps and small-cap conference, we have a couple of the NBFC names like Canfin Homes, which is also a part of our conference. What we feel is the home finance segment could also do well. And as Dilip mentioned, and we reiterate, we are here to identify the next set of winners which could emerge. And the purpose and the idea behind this conference is to identify those, evaluate these companies, and then recommend some of these stocks as our top ideas.
Okay, fair enough. Rahul, you have another important event that has suddenly come up on your plate, the Chinese rate cut. That's fired up all the metal stocks. Will you recommend a trading buy on any of those?
Not right now. No doubt there is a rate cut, but we wait signals from the Chinese economy in terms of how it is shaping up. You must have seen iron ore is at multi-year lows now. So whether this rate cut really can perk up the demand and can really bring up the economy, I think we'll still need to watch that.
Okay. Dilip, one stock that you guys have picked up from the cement space is JK Lakshmi. That one has actually gone up close to 400% this year already. Do you expect lots more appreciation there?
Certainly, Sonia. I think that's another company where, despite the fact that the stock price has gone up so much, I think we still have enough value still on the plate. I think the EBITDA per ton for the next 2 years is going to show a reasonably very good improvement. And even at the current levels, I think EBITDA by ton is still very, very reasonable. And I think that is the management where there was some apprehension, but I think they have demonstrated that they can really deliver in terms of the performance, and which is what we are really backing for this stock.
Okay, I noticed a couple of capital goods stocks also on your list. You have KPIT Technologies and Ashoka Buildcon, not Crompton?
Well, I think we said it's going to be a mid-cap conference, and Crompton is like a quasi-frontline stock.
Okay.
So I think, and that's a very well researched company.
Okay.
I don't think that we could have really added much value out over there.
Okay. Rahul, you spoke, both of you spoke about banks. I have two questions on the finance space. One, a lot of the South-based and smaller private sector banks have run up post the Kotak ING announcement. Do you like anything in that space anyways? As well NBFCs, repeatedly PFC, REC and the like are coming back in the NBFC list as star performers. What are your preferences?
Firstly, see, in terms of REC and PFC, I think those moved up post the announcement coming from the government with regards to some kind of financial aid coming to the power sector. So PFC and REC have always had very high exposures to the power sector. Secondly, on the NBFC side, I think we are just evaluating Canfin Homes. We are also looking at Shriram Transport. With the recovery and CV cycle which is expected, I would still feel that Shriram Transport has a lot of steam left in. My view or our view is that Shriram has bit underperformed in the current rally. A year on, probably Shriram Transport could do better.
Okay. Well, just one last question, and I want a monosyllabic answer from you, Dilip or Rahul. Where do you see the mid-cap index 12 months down the line? 20,000?
See, without going into the exact numbers, but we really feel that we are at the cusp of a 3 to 5 year bull market. And our idea behind this conference has been that we try to, as Dilip mentioned, and I reiterate, we identify the next set of winners, which could really be multi-baggers from here on. Okay. And we surely see that kind of opportunity. That's why we've got companies with strong corporate governance, rising earning profiles, high ROEs, and free cash flows.
All right, that wasn't a monosyllabic answer.
I would like to...
Monosyllabic, give me your number.
I'll leave that.
No, sorry. You know what? I'm just trying to only add over here to what Rahul said, that for a mid-cap stocks to thrive and really go up, we require a multi-year bull market. So as we have entered that, I think that is what the confidence is, that the multi-year bull market will result in a lot of mid-caps really going up quite a bit. But I will still not like to take a call on the numbers, because I think it's going to be much more broader based and it's going to be selective.
Rather than the number, I think the idea would be to identify those stocks which really be multi-baggers.
Fair enough. Thanks a lot, Rahul and Dilip, for joining us, and have a great conference out there.